Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and if you are new here, I am Alana Simone. We did get our hair done. I got some boho twists put in a couple of days ago. Guys, I found a new lady. Remember last time I had to do my own twist because we had a not so great experience, so I found somebody else and she's amazing. And this is actually similar to the boho twist that I did on myself a couple of weeks ago. If you guys haven't seen that video, I will go ahead and put that link in the description below. 3 hours. 3 hours she took to do my entire head. I was shook. I was like, what type of sorcery is going on here? Because never in my life, I am used to sitting in that chair for no less than 8 hours. I found my new person and I am so excited. I'm gonna back up so you guys can see just how long the twists are. So they're not super long. They stop about here. This was the length that I wanted them. I didn't want them too long. I'm gonna turn around to the back so you guys can see. And I also wanted color, but I didn't want color on the entire head. So I just got little peaks of brown, But anywho, I'm going to be styling my twists a couple different ways. I have some styles in my head that I really want to try out. And while I do that, I'm also going to be sharing fun facts about myself. Because I feel like we know each other, right? Like we fam. But maybe there are some things that you guys don't know. We're gonna get started, and this is a boho style, so y'all already know these curly pieces about to last me all of 2.5 hours before they start. But we're gonna enjoy it while it lasts. Also, don't forget to subscribe if you have not already. So as some of you guys know, I went to UCF, University of Central Florida. And when I graduated from high school, my goal was to go to school for physical therapy. Like that was my ultimate goal, my ultimate dream. But when I saw the catalog and I saw the different classes that I needed to complete this degree, I said, oh, that's not gonna work. It's not gonna work for me. You guys know I am terrible at math. And I just really didn't want to set myself up for that. And as a result of that, once I got into UCF, I switched my major immediately to hospitality. And that was what I majored in. I loved it. I had so much fun. And that is what I got my degree in, hospitality management. Now the goal was to eventually have my own hotel. And after I graduated, I started going on auditions because then my goal changed and I wanted to be an actress. I wanted to be on TV. I wanted to have my own sitcom. Like that was what I wanted to do. And I started going on these auditions and I actually booked a couple of commercials. And it was fun. It was fun for a time, but then I started thinking about it and I'm like, okay, is this a sustainable career for me? Because I know that I want to be financially secure. I want to be financially stable. And I don't really want to wait around to get booked for gigs here and there. Like I just wanted some stability. And around the time that I started doing auditions, I was starting to post more on my Instagram. So posting my tutorials, started getting active on YouTube, and I didn't quite know yet that this could actually be a career because obviously Instagram and YouTube weren't always the way that it is now, where you can go on there and find whatever you need to find. People are getting paid from it, promotions, partnerships, advertisements. Like it just wasn't like that back then. So I had no idea that I could even make this a career, if you will. So that's what I started doing. Also, this is the first hairstyle, so this one actually came out pretty good. I'm gonna turn around so you guys can see the back. I don't know what the back looks like. Hopefully the ponytail is even, it's centered, and if it's not, maybe it is now. Just kidding. But yeah, that is the first fun fact. I guess the first two fun facts, right? So we're gonna jump into the second style. And the next fun fact, if you guys didn't know, my favorite sport is soccer. I have played soccer since I was like 4 years old. My dad was like my coach all throughout childhood. And the reason why I started playing soccer was because when I was a kid, I wanted to do everything like my brother. Like my brother played basketball, I wanted to play basketball. My brother ran track, I wanted to run track. So soccer was the sport that stuck for me because although I wanted to play basketball, my mom never allowed me to play basketball because she said I'm too short and she didn't want me to get hurt. So very valid because I was only like, what, 4'9" or 4'10" at the time. I'm still 4'11", so we're still very short. And I don't know any basketball players who or under 5 feet. So I just didn't know how that was gonna work, but I ended up playing soccer and I loved it. I played all throughout grade school, into high school, and I played a little bit in college. I am not a fan of scary movies. I don't understand people who enjoy horror films. I don't know, when I think of favorite movie, right? I think of a movie that you can watch over and over again. You can recite the lines, you don't get tired of it. So when people say my favorite movie is Saw 3, you know what I mean? It's giving like, why? So yeah, not a fan of horror films. Never have been. I don't think I ever will be. All right, so this is the very next style. I feel like this style is giving very much like 90s. AJ number the number. You know what I'm saying? It's definitely giving like 1992. Anyway, I was born in Atlanta, Georgia, and my family and I, we moved here when I was like 4. So I don't really claim Atlanta like that, if I'm being real, because I didn't really grow up there. And my entire family is Jamaican. My mom was born there, my dad grew up there, all my aunts and uncles, cousins, we are all Jamaican from the islands. This bun was actually, I kind of ate for the first time wrapping this around. Like low key though. Oh, I'm kind of hype, hold on. And I actually started my own dance team in high school. So we had a dance team at my high school already. However, I felt like it wasn't as inclusive, if that's the word, as it could have been. I just felt like they catered to one type of audience. And I kind of wanted to bring something a little bit different to the school because when I first started going to this high school, they had just opened, like it was their first year open. So everything was new, the dance team, sports teams, everything. So, and I tried out for the dance team. And when I got to the tryout, I didn't really see a lot of people who looked like me. And the dances weren't really dances that I felt catered to people like me. So as a result of that, I spoke to my principal. I had to fill out this form. I had to find a sponsor, figure out what I was gonna call the dance team, what purpose it was gonna serve, and everything got approved my sophomore year, so I was able to start my own dance team. So I had tryouts, my team was very diverse, and we were good, y'all. Like, we were good. And I know it was just high school, but that was one of the biggest accomplishments that I've had in my entire life, because that was a way that I was able to make change at my school and incorporate just more diversity, you know, within the school. So that was something that I held near and dear to my heart, and I'm very, very proud of. And I was able to pass down like the captain spot when I graduated. High school was so much fun. But anywho, this is the next style, a little high bun situation. And surprisingly enough, it's not that heavy. Like, I really feel like I can still, without my neck snapping off. So let me find out. I don't have any tattoos. I've always thought about getting a tattoo. I have a very low tolerance for pain. One of my biggest fears is, let's say I do decide to get a tattoo and they start doing my tattoo and I realize that I can't take the pain. Now I have this random line on my skin, and when people ask me what is the line, I have to explain to them that I punked out from getting a tattoo. You know what I mean? Like, I just don't want to have that conversation. And so for someone like me, I just don't think it would be wise to even try to go through with that. You know, I have been the same height since I was 12 years old. And it's because I have scoliosis. So the doctors basically said if I were to get the surgery on my back, I would be like 2 or 3 inches taller because my spine is literally like an S. So if I had gotten the surgery back then when I was 12 and they straightened up my spine, I would have been a little bit taller. But my mom decided against that because I was playing sports, I was dancing, I was very active as a kid, and she didn't want, God forbid, something to go wrong with the surgery, and now I'm kind of messed up for life. Also, I wasn't experiencing any pain or discomfort from my scoliosis, so it was like a if it ain't broke, don't fix it kind of thing. I didn't end up getting the surgery, but I did have a back brace for about 1.5 years, 2 years, because they thought that I was going to continue to grow and they didn't want the scoliosis to get any worse. So I was wearing a back brace, and it was, y'all, that thing was uncomfortable. I almost felt as though I couldn't breathe because it was like this plastic thing, almost like a waist trainer, but it kind of came up here and you got to pull it tight and you're like, Very uncomfortable. I don't know if it did what it was supposed to do because like I said, I stopped growing at 12. So there would have been no before and after to compare it to. As much as I love to travel, I hate flying. Like when I say hate flying, I have a whole panic attack before the flight takes off. Every time. Like every time. Oh my gosh, I hate flying. And I think it's just knowing that if something goes wrong, we're going down. We're going down and that's it. You know what I mean? Like that will literally just force me to not relax. Like I can't sleep on planes. I don't know how people fall asleep and get into like their REM cycle on the plane. You know what I mean? Like I could never fully relax to that point. Guys, every time I'm on the plane and I feel turbulence, in my mind, we are going down. We are going down, this is the end. Because why are we doing all of this when it's just air? I know there's probably some technical reason as to why that happens, but in my mind, we should not be milli rocking in the air. You know what I'm saying? Like that just should not be happening. Anyway, this is the next style. Very simple, very basic, but still cute, still giving. An updo, but in the back. A back do. Why are these not called back do's? My favorite show is The Office. Like, I don't care how many times I've seen the episode, I'm watching it again. Like, if it's on TV, I'm putting it on. And now they have the Superfan episodes on Peacock, so they have all the deleted scenes. And that is it. Thank you all so much for tuning into this video. And let me know in the comments a fun fact about you so we can, you know what I'm saying, get to know each other. Again, I am Alana Simone, and let me know if you guys want to see more content like this, more get to know me videos. I will see you guys in the next one.